Things just got really interesting with the iPhone 12. Want tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I really miss PewDiePie. My God. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Of course, show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Is it President's Day? I think it's President. If it's that day, happy that day. Before we get started, I put out this tweet a couple days ago, and I'd really like some answers here, too, on YouTube. There's a lot of other tech channels. There's a lot of other tech news channels. So what is it about Front Page Tech that has you coming back? And yes, I'm serious. We would really appreciate genuine answers here. We don't want this to feel like a one-way thing. We want you to know that you are just as much a part of this as we are. And whatever you say you like most about this show, we want to give you more of that. Okay, news. All right, so first up for the day, story numero uno. Let's talk about the iPhone. iPhone 12, something interesting is happening. So as you know, according to all the rumors, this year, 2020, we're getting a bunch of 5G iPhones. Okay, that's fine, cool, whatever. The original plan, especially after Apple's settlement with Qualcomm, was to go ahead and use Qualcomm modems for the iPhone 12. Specifically, Qualcomm's X55 modem. But apparently, the problem is Apple thinks that modem is too big for small iPhone. They want small iPhone, Qualcomm modem too big for iPhone, for small iPhone, so they want keep small iPhone, get rid of big modem. So what does that mean? Well, I guess Apple's just gonna say f it and make their own. So they still want a modem that is specifically designed to be able to handle and access the faster mmWave version of 5G, but Apple may think they can do it better and smaller. Now, apparently this isn't finalized yet. There's actually two different prototypes of the iPhones that they're working with, where there's a thicker version of the iPhone and then a thinner version of the iPhone. The thicker version, they'll say, whatever, cool, slap Qualcomm's modem in there, we're fine with that. But if they go with the thinner one, yeah, custom built by Apple modem, 5G modem for the iPhone. Which, of course, after the settlement with Qualcomm makes things a little fuzzy, but this makes sense for two reasons. Number one, because Apple doesn't want to pay Qualcomm all these royalties. They think it's unfair. Apple, imagine that. But also, this. You remember this, don't you? Back in July, Apple actually purchased Intel's smartphone modem business, the entire thing. They just acquired it. So taking that into consideration, that makes this whole Apple custom-built 5G modem, that makes all that make a lot more sense. Now, I'm curious what you think, because while I do think it's cool that Apple is willing and wants to build their own stuff for their phones, I mean, that's part of the goodness that is iPhone and Apple products. The issue, right, is that I don't care about the thinner iPhone. If it's thicker, cool. Put that Qualcomm modem in there and also maybe give us a bigger battery. What do you think, Tim? Oh, Timmy, oh, pal. So next up, got a weird story. This one actually came out like towards the end of last week, but there was other news going on, so I didn't really cover it. Do want to like skim through it right now, though. According to a report from DigiTimes, a kind of sketchy report, we can expect to see AirPods Pro Lite. Yeah, that's the real thing that I said. That's apparently going on. So, okay. I mean, this is what they're saying, right? They're saying that Apple is working on a product called AirPods Pro Lite. And while I do honestly think Apple is working on another set of AirPods, the new AirPods, because of course they are, I doubt this is the name. I think I know what happened here. If you don't know, if you're unaware, DigiTimes is a Taiwanese company. As you can see here, a quick Google search pulls that up, so there's that. And I think what really happened here was just a miscommunication, a bad game of telephone, and just got lost in translation. I think the product that we're actually talking about is just regular AirPods, like the 2020 version of AirPods, the original AirPods that we have now, just the 2020 newer version of those. Not the same thing as AirPods Pro. I could be wrong, though. You know, I could be wrong. I just think it just got lost in translation somewhere. Obviously, already, AirPods Pro are separate from the regular AirPods. They don't even look the same. So I doubt we're getting a watered-down version of AirPods Pro that looks like AirPods Pro, just has less features, called AirPods Pro Lite, because that's almost too goofy for me to believe. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that thing that I do and just say, no, not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen. Could be wrong, though, but I'm usually not. Okay, so last step for the day, let's talk about Samsung. This is so weird. Like, it's weird, and honestly, It's disappointing. If you missed it, yesterday, Zach from Jerry Rig Everything put out a video for the Galaxy Z Flip. You know, just another one of his usual durability videos, and honestly, like, if you watch the whole video, the Z Flip is pretty durable, yeah. The issue, though, is that, like, even before the phone was announced, we were hearing that the display itself wasn't plastic like the original Galaxy Fold, that it's actually ultra-thin glass. Samsung themselves even said that on stage.
With this phone, we've done the impossible and created ultra-thin glass that folds.
But, like, it turns out, no, actually, it's a lie. They lied. They fucking lied. At least according to the Jerry Rig Everything video, it's just plastic. That's it. It scratches like plastic. It is plastic. I mean, his fingernail put a scratch through it, put a little dent, a fingernail-sized dent through the screen. It essentially behaved the same way that the plastic screen did on the Galaxy Fold and every other foldable device ever. And the issue that I have is, like, even though you know my opinions on the concept of the way this clamshell folding design is pointless to me, but either way, it's cool that we can do this, and I'm impressed by Samsung's, like, engineering. But it's just disappointing that they lied through their marketing calling this glass. It's clearly not glass. Clearly not glass. I didn't mean the pun, but you know what I mean. I mean, Zach suggested that maybe, like, it's plastic with, like, ingredients from glass put in there. But either way, it's clearly, if that's the case, there are clearly more ingredients that make it plastic than that make it glass. So you should call it plastic, not glass. And you didn't even have to give it a name. Like, you didn't even have to say it was glass, and we would have all accepted it. It's cool regardless. But no, they put the word glass on it, and that's just not true. So, you know, I guess they have the ability to change the marketing of this, but I don't know if they will. It's just a shame. It's disappointing that this is going out and they're calling it ultra-thin glass, and it's just not. That's just a lie. But you know what? The only people that's going to care is us, right? The average consumer, the people that are going to buy this phone, the people that saw the commercial at the Oscars, they aren't going to know or care. They're going to call this ultra-thin glass and say it's amazing. The issue with that mindset, though, is that because it's called glass, that's what Samsung is calling it, consumers are going to treat this as glass, not be as careful with it, and just find out the hard way that it's not hard. Not as hard as glass. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, forgot to breathe. If you liked the show, you learned anything, hit the like button. If you hate my stupid face, that's a possibility too. The dislike button works as well. Also, too. I'll see you guys tomorrow.